we were hunting there. Went out in the morning, you go out very early, deer hunting. You come back in, you have something to eat, maybe a sleep, you go out again in the afternoon. That's the 2 times to go hunting. Under the bed, I found a book that somebody had been tearing the pages off to light the fire with. I picked it up. I was going to tear some pages off. I started reading the first page and God just started to speak to me. And I read it and turned it over and I go, mate, this is amazing. The other guys went out for a hunt in the afternoon. Said, you coming, Gordon? And I said, no, I'm reading the book. What? And I said, no, I can't. I want to finish this book. The book was the story of Doreen Irving. Her name, she became famous as the Queen of the Witches. And I won't go into the story, but I had no idea how much power Satan had. The things that her and the other witches could do in the competition to become the Queen of the Witches in Europe was unbelievable. But she became maybe the last thing they did. All of them could kill birds in flight. They could let birds out of cages. They could just go bang and kill them. All of them could make themselves invisible. And they walked onto a huge pile of trees and logs that was burning, a massive bonfire, all naked, of course. And as they walked into the fire, the women were all repelled. She climbed up through burning logs and Satan stood at her hand. I'm reading this just riveted, sitting in this little, about 2.5 metre by 2.5 metre hut on Little Hellfire Beach on Stewart Island. And I was reading about her when she became the Queen of the Witches. She was fated like some movie star, like some celebrity. She flew around in jets and she lived in 5-star hotels and she lived like a multi-millionaire for a year while she had that title. She was like Miss World. Then she lost her title. And she was going to, and she ended up back, drugs, prostitution, all that nonsense that she was involved with. I'm relating because I'm thinking, your life's not a lot different than mine. She's messed up. And then the story started. She was walking down the street one day, saw an evangelistic program, was overcome by an amazing innate sense within her to go and punch the evangelist in the nose. So she walked into this building, and I know what it's like to be driven around by one voice or the other. And she just walked into the building, was walking up the aisle, she's going to punch him in the nose. Something stopped her. A hand stopped her and made her sit down. She listened. And then her heart got strangely warmed, and she thought, I want to find out more about this. I'm not going to tell you the whole book, but she ends up wanting to become a Christian. Satan would appear, not a demon, but Satan himself would appear in front of her and say, you were my queen, you can't leave. I'm not going to let you go. I'm not going to let you go. She got cancer, she was locked in a psych ward, she had a brain tumour, and she finally escaped one night, got to the evangelist and his wife, they did an exorcism on her all night, and then the last demon to leave her, he said, my name is Tumour, my job is to kill her. And I got a glimmer of hope that maybe you can get out of the mess that I'd got myself into.